Oh, dude, this is so chaotic. I cannot believe this. How loud is this, by the way? Oh, it's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my god. Okay. All right, I'll stop that. I'll stop it. Okay. It's so funny though. Oh my god. What is up, gamers? How you guys doing? We're gonna be playing PowerWash Simulator with the boys. We got Vic, we got Dub. No Candy because she's feeling not great today. But it's gonna be funny. We're getting something. This is not gonna go well for us. Oh, even even putting the title, no one's gonna see this. All right, cool. It'll be fine, bros. Anyways, we're gonna be playing with Dub and Vic. I need to open up the game. I didn't know if it was going to be one of those games that actually stays open, or if it was going to be one of the games that just doesn't do the thing. All right, whenever it loses sound. Okay. I have to hit this again, bro. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the call real quick with them, and then we can go from there. All right, and then let me get over there. All right, let me go to the thing, and then I undeafen.
Yo, character to do. What's popping?
Sorry, I was interrupting something.
You're good. I was just talking about RuneScape. I always talk about RuneScape. Yeah. They also probably just ended their Christmas event not too long ago.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was to do with the leveling stuff. Like how they were writing about it was like, well, it's could fundamentally change like the game for a lot of players or newer players. So that's kind of what they were talking about. I think the leveling.
They're talking about.
I'll have to look into that. I know they did.
Also,
they changed up.
Also, I have food that I might get.
What they've changed.
Dig into. Oh my god!
And everything they've changed is.
Oh my god!
RuneScape, but.
Yeah, I might get into that in a minute.
I know as soon as the leagues end,
I'm so hungry.
Back to normal RuneScape, I'm gonna cry because the experience rate is so drastically different.
Right.
Sorry.
What's up, Abels?
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, dude.
I mean, aren't you always though?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
I have that same problem.
And what's worse is that, like, well, I mean, you know, American food sucks ass. I'm just saying. It's like, well, affordable American food sucks ass. But because it doesn't really satiate you as much as I think, you know, real food, like for real people, should. I need to turn this down. So like every so often I get hungry. Like for example, sushi. Whenever I eat sushi, it's not, I love sushi, but it satisfies me. But just as an example, if I eat sushi, I guess that's not a good example. If I eat a burger, I'll get hungry like 20 minutes after the burger, or like an hour or so after, which is a problem. Not great. It's all part of a system. Anyways, yeah, so I'm hungry. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Do you guys get hangry? I get hangry.
Not really. Like,
you don't
occasionally, but I've got to be like really like, I mean, I've got to be starving. Like it, I don't really get to that point very often.
Yeah, it's a problem. I think hunger is really the only thing that I really that's like that for me, where I just get really just so mad because I'm like, I'm pretty sure people have said that it was because of low blood pressure or something. For some reason that makes you angry, or like you go into like some sort of defensive mode or something. I don't remember what what it's all about, but I'm pretty sure it was like about low blood pressure. What does this say? Knights rule. What? What does the thing in the very beginning say? On the thing? On the like middle part of the thing? It says Knights rule or something? I didn't read it. I just immediately started cleaning. Of course.
I think it says Knights ruleth.
Ruleth.
Like rule,
Oh, yeah.
Apostrophe TH.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. I got the gist. I made it up. Cool. Hell yeah. Man, I'm so glad we're in my neck of the woods now. Hell yeah. This is gonna be sick. Low blood sugar. Yeah. Low blood sugar. And also, W.E. Giwa. So, do you guys don't have anything that makes you like unreasonably angry? Like waiting in traffic, or
I have too many things that make me angry. It's a problem.
you're just angry, huh? And you said you weren't Farquaad. You said you. To be fair, Farquaad is. I feel you think you'd be more of a Shrek. You think?
I don't know. I don't know that I really relate to any of the characters in Shrek per se. In my mind, at least, there's nobody in Shrek that I'm like, oh man, that's me.
That's true. I like the idea of Shrek. Just this guy that wants to be left alone because, you know, he is a monster and society has labeled him as a monster, so he plays the part. But he's not he's just a chill dude. You know? He's just a chill guy. I wouldn't say maybe not chill, but you know, whatever chill means in this regard. Hell yeah, finish that. Look at this idiot. Look at this fucking. Sorry. I was looking at the Farquaad face in the middle.
I thought you were watching one of our streams.
No. I was talking.
We were power washing.
Look at these idiots doing it wrong. Imagine. Oh, I have to do the tutorial. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. It's telling me to do stuff. How do I do this again?
What? It didn't make me do the tutorial.
Yeah, no, there's like a tutorial thing. Like it's giving you like a hint on the left side. And it won't go away until you do it. It's a soft tutorial. Instead of one of those ones that makes you go do a checklist. I hate those. What is this? What do I even have? Does it have a name? Oh, is this multi-purpose? What does this mean? What is this? Oh my god. They should make a Doom level where you have to clean everything with a gun. You have to kill the stains.
Just Power Washer Viscera edition.
Yeah. W collab. Hell yeah. Oh fuck. This is I can't do this. I need to turn up the sensitivity. My sensitivity on the controller is absolute dog water. Let me see. All right. Rip TikTok, by the way. Rip TikTok.
I'm saying.
Yeah, my niece was over and her TikTok stopped working.
Those old fucks.
Watched it happen in real time. I never used it, so.
Those bastards think that they can just buy meta stock and then just get away with it? And be like, oh, you only have one place, the thing that we created, and we're going to buy all the stock, and you're going to buy it because you're stupid. Well, I got something for you, you motherfuckers. It's called a heart attack gun. Taser, some would say. Early retirement.
A taser, but it's hooked up to a car battery.
Oh my god! A taser, but it's hooked up to Poseidon's trident, hooked up to a car battery. How do I change the mouse sensitivity? Is it mouse sensitivity? Oh, it's controller sensitivity. Okay, there you go. See if that's better. Slightly better. Is there VSync on this? Y'all VSyncing? Do you guys usually put VSync on, or you don't have to? Turn that
My
up.
My monitor is not really a gaming monitor, so it
It's
needs
not?
it, or I get screen tearing.
What type of monitor is it?
I don't know. It's just kind of like a wide
I don't know.
monitor.
It's just a it's just a monitor, bro.
I just found this.
It's a screen. You know, it's long.
It's oh yeah. Dub likes it long.
Wide-
Confirmed.
yeah, it's a wide boy.
He got that screen long way.
The long way.
The
He likes playing
long
games the
way.
long way. You ever seen that, Dub? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly, though.
The long way.
It's dumb. It's just dumb.
Rip TikTok.
memery.
Rip TikTok. Rip. That's the main thing that I miss is the memes. It's the same thing that happened to Vine and just the memes and the references, and I can't be like, oh, you
Yeah.
remember this? I mean, I guess you can because it's all on YouTube, but I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Somebody's gonna be like up in my comments, up in my ass, being like, "You're supposed to use the sprinkler, and then you're gonna scrub it, you fucking idiot!" Why are there so many angry people all the time? Do they not know that none of this shit matters? Okay, I say that, all right? I say that. But I've bought so many simulator games because
The king of
Queso
simulator games.
pisses me the fuck off. I'm like, there's no way that you're doing this incorrectly. Like, am I crazy? Like, he gaslights me into playing the game. So I'm like,
That's
okay.
funny.
So I'm like, you idiot. And then I just played until I convinced myself that, yeah, I was right.
Who's the real idiot here?
True. I do have fun with them though. I just don't really finish them is the thing. But
I know I was talking about it with some friends earlier.
about simulator games or me?
No, about you.
Oh, not finishing games?
Yes.
I was talking to Dub earlier about it, and he was like, I was just saying that because I've been poor for so long that I want to play all the games all the time, and I can't just be this guy. I can't be PowerWash simulator guy. I am going to go to different games,
and that's fair. I'm not saying stick to one game, but like,
I mean, it kind of sounds like you're saying that.
name a game that you've finished recently.
Recently? Shit. What was that game? Are there any other stipulations? Does it have to be like a long game, or can it be like a demo? Because I've finished quite a couple.
Not count.
All right, well, you didn't say that.
we all finished that one $5 game that one time that I got a refund for.
Oh yeah, that was crazy that you actually were able to get a refund for that.
I don't know if that one counts either.
Okay, I just thrown it out
It
there.
has to have a story, is what you're
That's
saying.
a fair argument, but like, it doesn't necessarily have to have a story per se, so much as an end and or
Like there's a
point
spot
where
that you can get to.
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah.
You start a lot of games and you don't finish any of them.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like after a while, I'm telling you, you're the one that likes to grind shit. Like after a certain point, it's just grinding, and I'm not into it. I have other things to do. If I'm going to sit on a game and it's grindy, I better have friends, or otherwise I'm not gonna fucking do it. Cause it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring, okay? I admit that about myself, and it's a problem. But if I don't have something like actively taking my attention, and it's like at least slightly different, like for example, vending machine simulator. Vending machine simulator was, I like that we're talking about this while we're playing a PowerWash simulator, but
I was about to say.
But vending machine simulator is, you get to a point and the game's not even out yet. It's not even completely done.
Look, Heart's got your back.
What happened?
Firewatch.
Is that PowerWash sim?
apparently.
Yay! Yeah, it is.
The
What's
game
up,
in the
Victoria?
forest with the firemen. Not the firemen, the cabin and the love
That's a
interest
good
lady.
game. No grinding in that game.
You finish that one, and I'll give you that.
I think you just mean simulators, is what I think
Did
you
you
mean.
finish?
I
did you
don't
finish
mean
Hogwarts yet?
simulators because no, he has not finished Hogwarts yet.
Okay.
Hogwarts, dude, I did finish Hogwarts. I 100%ed that game.
I don't know that I believe you.
I 100%ed that game.
That's crazy.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go check your Steam.
Lauren,
page
where are
later.
you? Lauren, you can back me up. I'm waiting. I'm literally waiting for the next DLC thing to drop, and then I'm gonna do, because I did a Slytherin drop because of the sorting house, which kind of fucked me in the very beginning. I did the sorting house and the sorting hat, and it put me in Slytherin, and so I did a whole Slytherin playthrough, and then the next one I think is going to be either Hufflepuff, so I can go to Azkaban, or also sorry, I the spoilers or whatever, but or Ravenclaw, just because I like Ravenclaw. That was the house I wanted to do.
Nice.
Yeah,
I want to do
yeah. What's up?
the other houses too in that game. That game was fun. I did 100% it though.
Also, fuck J.K. Rowling. I don't care, but also that game is good, and there's no one. Okay, my reasoning. Okay, I want to put this on record. Somebody put it down. Okay, somebody's gonna be like with a pen at their desk, 3 a.m. Hogwarts, no one else is going to make a Hogwarts game. No one else is going to come up, for at least for a couple of years, come up with a game that's kind of like Hogwarts, with like magic and shit and like all
I
of the
was blown
stuff.
away. I was blown away by that game. I still love it. It's
What
top
about
10 classic to
Gryffindor?
me now.
I could do Gryffindor, but they gotta have, it's got to be more than just because it's Gryffindor. I'm muting myself, right? Like you didn't hear that? Did you hear me talk just then? Before I
mean,
just asked
Are
you
you
that?
not pushed to talking?
I'm pushed
Like, I
to
don't-
muting.
What is that even? What?
So I'm talking because I have a controller right now, and so because I don't want to push to talk and hold down a button, I'm pushed to muting. Get
That sounds just as inconvenient, but all right.
no, because
we
I have
did
free.
not-
Oh, I have
I
free
didn't
mic on. I have audio voice detection. So it's just me talking, and then when I talk to chat, I mute. I'm smart sometimes.
If you say so, brother. I mean,
What do you
if it
mean?
works for you.
It's the easiest way to do this.
Nah, bro just needs to get a foot pedal.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you are always foot pedaling. But look at me. I have legs crossed right now. I have legs crossed. I got a controller. I'm eating a sandwich.
Well, I think your main problem there is that you just controller everything.
What about Gryffindor? I play PowerWash Sim. No. Don't talk to me about your.
We got the
your
fancy mouse for you just so you could do this.
Okay, I use that. I've used the fancy mouse for games that don't have the controller thing.
The fancy mouse for everything.
Controllers are made for video games. You know what mouses are made for? Faxes
Video
and
games.
emails and bullshit.
Well, I mean, technically the mouse that you have is in fact for video games.
Yeah, but the creation of it was never meant to entertain. Although I will say that this mouse is like the best fucking mouse ever, because I used to have a shitty like Office Max mouse, and god damn, it's night and day. Oh my god, it was so bad, dude. Like, you don't even know.
See, that's the difference between a mouse that's not made for gaming and a mouse that is made for gaming.
But to compare it to a device that I've been using my entire life, and saying that it's better because it's mouse, you can go eat your own ass. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
See, but like I have a strong feeling that I have been using said device for just a little bit longer. So I feel
me using a controller though ever.
Yes, I think I've been using a controller a little bit longer than you've been using a controller.
Yeah,
just a little bit. So I mean, I feel like I also have the ability to say that. I mean, I feel like M&K isn't necessarily better, but it's also not like I'm not going to hook up my controller to play every game on my computer.
Well, I'm not saying I need it, but this is the most comfortable I could
I'm gonna take what goes with the console, quote unquote.
Oh, I said that muted. I said I don't really need it, but it's just easier for me to relax, and I don't have to go to where the keyboard is. I can move around a lot more, and yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit back with a keyboard. I have to actually go to the keyboard. So that's my reasoning. At least with the setup I have, it's not that easy for me to do that. So what you're really saying is I need to get a better desk so I can use
money
my
up.
Yeah. I just need money is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah, just be rich.
you know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved.
How do I do this? Is it trying? What the hell? Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's L3. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, can I do that? I like the way this
talk about a controller being easier and more convenient and having all these troubles finding out what buttons you need to push.
Yeah, I'm not gonna type in the word sideways to fucking turn the nozzle sideways. I'm not doing it.
I've literally clicked the R.
I'm making a joke.
You're a joke.
Well, that's true. You got me there, actually. But anyways, that's what I was talking about earlier before we started the stream, is the divine comedy of life and how nothing fucking actually matters. Even though I don't think that's what the divine comedy is. I think it's actually I think the divine comedy is like people that are using the church to say that they're better than everybody, but like in the divine comedy, like in Dante's Inferno, it's like people, what the hell, what is this, dude? There are too many. I have to look at the fucking things. Anyways, I think the people that are most in hell, the like further parts of hell, are from the church. But that's like a whole thing. It's like a whole thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? All right. I'm gonna eat a piece of my sandwich first.
What kind of sandwich are you eating?
So, sorry, I'm still eating it.
It is not that complex of a question. It should not start with, so.
Well,
like I feel like that's gonna be followed up with a very descriptive and like detailed answer to a relatively simple question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have complex thought processes. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to know the actual answer. So my answer is
the simple version.
You want the simple version? The simple version is fry sandwich.
Fry sandwich.
Yep.
Like it's a sandwich made of
yeah, and
French
you were
fries.
gonna get the lore. You're gonna get the reason why I was eating the fry sandwich and everything I put on it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you anyways. So I had, a fucking. My brother ordered a Wingstop yesterday, and a Wingstop bomb. And so I was like, what am I gonna eat today? I did not eat the fries, so I was like, you know what? Let me warm those up. I put them in the air fryer. And I was like, oh, you know, it'd be sick if I made this into a sandwich. And I was like, oh yeah, you know what would be even sicker if I put like some ranch on this and put some buffalo sauce on this. Oh, it would be a fry sandwich. Because I mean, it's just potatoes, right? It's just potatoes, and potatoes is typically used as like a substitute for protein in like most vegetarian stuff, or like mushrooms, you know, it's not uncommon. I don't want to hear it, okay? I know somebody's been like, no, that's not how you do it, you fucking idiot. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, you said it, brother.
But so I was like, oh yeah, fry sandwich it is. And I literally was like, oh, you know what would be better? Fry sandwich and then tomato soup. Tomatoes and potatoes. Oh yeah. Bro, do you not like vegetables or just tomato soup?
I don't like tomatoes.
Oh, really? Why is that?
They're gross.
I was once in love with a tomato before, and she left me. She left me for some fries, and that's the reason. That's the whole reason. You were cheated on by a tomato.
Sounds plausible.
I mean, and that's why you're the tomato man. Tomato man. Rated R. Starts Friday. Anyways, that was the long version. That was the long way.
The long way.
Hell yeah. The low taper fade. Really hard puzzles. The event include. Oh, there's actually an exclusive. You said this last time. I need to look it up. Anyways, what part are you guys cleaning?
You muted yourself.
What part are you guys cleaning?
I'm on, at this exact moment, a city wall banner.
How am I supposed to get up to the top of these trees, bro?
So there are a few different ways. If you, I was gonna say if you push E, but it's not E for you. There's a way you can add poles to your power washer to make it longer. As well as you can change
I mean,
the
it's
nozzles
It's
to make
Shrek.
them
Look,
go further.
this is
You
Shrek.
can also jump. All of these things are.
It has
effective ways to do what you're
scaffolding!
trying to do.
We have scaffolding, boys, ladies,
There's
and
also a
gentlemen.
ladder over there, but I don't know if we can do anything. With that.
Yeah, you can't put it up against the tower, the
I was
trees.
seeing that, and I was wondering if we could use it. Oh yeah, there's
You
a ladder on the
can!
ground. You can pick it up with F. It's over by the salon.
And you're making fun of me. Okay, I figured out the scaffolding. Okay, I did it.
How does the scaffolding work? Can you move it?
Yeah, you move it just like the ladder. It's pretty sick.
That is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. How do I? Oh, there's a wheel. Let's go. I think all games need weapon wheels. I said it. I said what everybody was thinking.
I agree. There should always be like a hot wheel for just anything. Spells, weapons, items you have to use in the game. I agree.
Big thoughts.
What?
Wheels. You like them?
I mean, I mean, if we're getting down to the base question of whether or not I like wheels, sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're all wheelmen here. That's what I'm talking about. I was gonna leave immediately if you said no.
No, I'm a square man.
I'm more of a square man. You get out of here.
I mean, it's hip to be square, brother.
You monster. Oh my god. Damn it. So only some of these are sideways? That's interesting. Why is that?
No, there's a button that switches them from being sideways.
Oh, I can just eternally turn
the nozzles. Any nozzle turns.
Oh, there's a button that you can press so that you can just like move just the thing around.
Yes, correct.
Whoa!
There's an aim button.
Damn. This is pretty fancy. Hell yeah, brother. This is a dream come true. This game.
It
This is the perfect game. 10 out of 10.
Focus. It hurts my brain.
What?
There's so much
Like what?
to clean.
Like, oh yeah. That's why you disassociate and talk about things. I mean, play games. Good. Yeah. I feel like do you think there's like a subsection of people that just don't want to think about things? Like they choose the simplest thing because it doesn't what's the word? Make their brain go bleh. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And normally a decent chunk of those people are addicts.
Oh. Interesting. How do you know that?
I've met my fair share of people that want to turn their brain off.
Am I fucking crouching right now? Oh, why can you prone? Why can I prone in this game?
Some things are super low, like you have to clean under the flower boxes on some of the buildings. Only way you can get to them is going prone.
If I could, let me ask you guys first, and then I'll give you my answer because I actually thought of the question. If you could add a map. Also, thank you for the information, Dub. I always do the thing where I switch topics after. It's like a thing. It's like I think the conversation is over, and I keep forgetting that people don't think that. Like we hit a conclusion, and so I think that's it. We're done. We're going to the next thing, and I forget that people think that that's me ignoring their things. So thank you for your contribution, Dub. I appreciate you. You're valid. I see you. I see you. I see you.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't notice. I was just like, oh yeah, conversation's just flowing.
Yeah,
I just never noticed that.
Well, sometimes it's like I have to manually monitor my shit because I've done this so much, and like there have been like a couple of times where I have like conversations with people and it doesn't end well, and I'm like, why did that happen? And so I have to analyze what happened, and that's one of the things. It's because I immediately switched conversation because I thought it was over. I agreed, but I didn't verbalize my agreement. So I was like, there it is. Oh, I see why we're going pro now. Under the Farquad helmet, there's shit under there. So this is cool.
Farquad shit.
Yeah, Farquad.
What a bad man.
More like fart quad, am I right? All right. yes, indubitably. Oh, shit. Anyways, what was I talking about before? Oh yeah, what map would you guys want to add to this game? if you like, I obviously got my wish.
That's a good question. What map would I want in this game?
Hell if I know.
You wouldn't like a specific, like you wouldn't want to clean up like a RuneScape map?
No.
No. I actually hate cleaning. I'm playing RuneScape right now while we're cleaning. Well, I'm cleaning.
Yeah, sure. I wish.
I mean, you don't have to clean if you don't want to.
I don't have to, but I'm already here and I've already started. And
I already got my pants off.
I'm saying, you know what I mean? I might as well keep going.
Yeah, that's funny. True.
I just like not many games give me anxiety is not the right word, but like I look out at the mess across that I have to clean up and I'm like
What you need, all you need really is just like an XP thing at the very top that's like continuously giving you XP, and then it'll feel cool to you because then you're like, oh, I just leveled up.
But there's got to be like
Loot or something that you're working for.
I mean, I guess we're working for money, but
okay, while you guys are thinking about that, we're gonna pivot onto a different topic. Do you not fucking hate collectibles in video games that do absolutely nothing but talk to you? Like, just fucking garbage ass lore, like, me and Thomas went out to dig today and and then I fell asleep and then I took a nap again and then I fell asleep again. And sleeping and napping are the same thing. Don't you, like, they don't even give you like a secret ending or like a collectible or anything for like New Game Plus. It's just there. It's just something that's just yapping at you. I mean, you guys can disagree, but I just hate that shit. Oh, mural. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
I like collectibles that like are part of the story or add to the lore. But yeah, if it's not adding anything, then
if it's like
it's just another fetch quest, and I always ignore those.
Or it's like a tutorial. Like I was actually playing Far Cry 4. And it was like, don't make this messy because this is where you save. But it's like, it's not save. It's just like telling you that this is, I mean, that one's kind of cool because it kind of ties into it. But like, just that type of thing where it's like me and the Miranda Cosgrove from iCarly went over here to fetch these dandelions, and it's like it's not going anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere, and it's like a whole paragraph. And it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't give you lore. It doesn't uncover anything. It's just yapping. And that shit pisses me off.
There's a lot of stuff in Far Cry like that. I played a lot of them, and a lot of them just it's useless junk.
Yeah. Bethesda is the worst offender to me, because I was playing Fallout 4, and yeah, I guess it's lore, but god damn, it's so boring. Just like a couple words, please. A couple of words. Or like format it like a book where I can take the book with me and I don't have to come to the specific spot or something. Or it's not like, I also hate the laziness of just putting it as text. Because with the book feeling from Skyrim, it makes me feel like I actually have a physical thing. I know it's the same thing, but it makes me actually feel a little bit more immersed rather than just reading a fucking screen is the problem. Yeah. And it just oh.
You don't.
Yeah, the Skyrim books are a lot more fun than just text.
What were you saying, Vic?
You don't read.
I also don't read, but I'll read some things, like if it's like a treasure chest or like I have to read it to figure out a puzzle, I'll do that. If you say in general.
I was to say, or like picture books.
I can't read picture books.
No, that's what you like to read.
Oh yeah, I do like. I mean, they're called comic books, but you know.
I mean, that's a form of picture book.
Yeah. Yes. But also, I also have a thing about like certain art styles, because
You're an artist.
that's true. That's literally true. Picasso, you heard of him? Shit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm leaving. Oh my god. Anyways, back to the original question, which was what map would you wanna add? Ratatouille. That whole the kitchen area, I actually don't know if there is a Ratatouille thing. I just think that it would be sick. Ratatouille would be cool. I just want to say it. I shouldn't be cleaning this, actually. People are going to be mad because I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to go here. Ratatouille would be cool.
A cool map.
Yeah. And then I could do that while I was just chilling over here. I could put on the Ratatouille soundtrack. And then just be like, meep, 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 meep. You know? What's a game that you guys were severely disappointed in if you... I mean, unless you want to answer the map thing. Unless you guys got a thing. Because I can ask... I have tons of things to ask.
For the map thing, like... Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island.
Oh, yeah, that would be sick. I personally enjoy. I know how you feel, Vic. Don't need to shit on my dreams, okay? But Skull Island, is that what it's called? Skull Island? The
Spooky Island?
Is it Spooky Island?
The first live action?
Oh, Skull Island is King Kong. That would also be cool. But yeah, Spooky Island was the live action one.
Was my next, like after Zombie Island, was Spooky Island from the live action.
Yeah, the live action was sick. We get Matthew Lillard to go zoinks. Oh, zoinks, Scoob. This shit is fucked up, Scoob. It's one of those days.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, I bet somebody has made a mod. But we would never be able to play it on stream. Because then they would be like, you can't do that. You signed a... You know? Or would they? I don't know the legalities of that.
I stream modded stuff all the time. Nintendo just doesn't like you to stream mods, so they would mess with you.
They'd be like, we're going to assassinate you. It's just a letter that says you're next, and the next is the N from a Nintendo.
But like the N64 one.
Yeah. It's Mario, like it's Mario with like two X's over his eyes, and Bowser with holding his head, doing that little whatever it's called where you cross your neck, you know, like simulating that you're gonna decapitate someone. Oh, good. I mean, this game has so much potential. I think that's kind of my problem sometimes, is that I see the potential that games can have, and because of, you know, greed and shit, it just never will happen. Like
the culling.
The culling. Oh Oh, right. The game that you liked that never went anywhere because of bad marketing, right?
A couple of reasons, yeah. So they started as The Culling, and The Culling was a good game, and then they made I think it was The Culling 2, and it I don't know where it went wrong, but it went wrong.
It went shut down.
And they brought out The Culling Origins, which was supposed to be basically a remake of the first game kind of thing, but better. And then it did all right for a little while, but the player base just wasn't there anymore. And so they shut down, and now it's just offline servers. But
That's
only
crazy.
if you already own or have the game. Well, that's not true. You can actually still go buy it, but it's still it's on Xbox. It's like $5.99, but there's no online play. So I don't I find it silly that you can still go and buy it just to play it offline. But I still play it offline occasionally because I miss it as a game. It had a lot of potential.
Who is the developer?
I don't remember.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I feel like I feel that. I feel that so hard. Apex. I know we talked about this before.
That was enough. I just thought about it right as you said it.
Oh man, that game could have been so cool.
It was for a while. I mean, it was a great game for a long time. And then it kind of
they were just
stopped.
We're gonna give you all these characters. We're only gonna give you 2 minutes of a semblance of lore. We're just gonna show you how they get here. Then we're not gonna give you anything for it though. We're not gonna give you, and then it just went downhill from there because no one gives a flying ass about games or characters that have zero lore. I feel
Well, there's tons of lore to Apex characters now. They went through whole processes of adding lore to the characters.
it's too late now.
To the point that Octane's dad was one of the reasons one of the maps got fucked up. There's plenty of lore.
No.
Lore was never the problem.
No, that's not what I mean. Whenever they first came out with the game, they were going to give you story missions that you could play for new characters, and then they just took that out because they're like, you know what would be better if I charge you $20 for this skin over here, and then that's it. You can't even see it. That's what pissed me off, is that Watson, I think she had some sort of it was supposed to bring in the new season and then also introduce why the new character was there, and I thought that was cool. I thought they were gonna do a whole Overwatch thing where you get movies and stuff, but nope, none of that shit happened.
I know they did comic books.
Yeah, they did. They did comic books, but you had to do. I mean, they weren't even they were in color at certain points, and then they were just not. at some point, they were all just gray at some point. It was basically storyboard type shit. But yeah, I understand. There's so much potential. What I wanted Apex to be was actually, let's start with you, Vic. What did you want the culling to be? What did you envision in your mind's eye? Because we never really get down to the nitty gritty.
I don't really know what I envisioned for the cullings per se.
What did you like about it though?
See, and that's it's funny because it's hard for me to the mechanics of the game. I just like the game as a whole. It was something different from the BR style at the time, where it was just kind of go in and start shooting people. It was you loaded in with nothing, and you have to either find or craft weapons and stay alive to the end, basically, through traps and different enemies. And there were loot crates and like, I wouldn't call them mini games, but mini games where you could do certain things, like get certain loots or have an upper hand over the enemy. And it was just a little bit different. And then the announcer is always super amusing to me, but it just tickles a certain part of my brain for some reason.
Mm-hmm. I'm eating my fry sandwich. You're so valid for that. What do you think, Deb? Have you had a game like that?
Recently, I got that Avatar game. It's pretty fun, but like the optimization of it is horrible. So it's kind of disappointing.
True. Well, I haven't played it, but I understand what you're talking about. Like, I couldn't play, even if I wanted to. When Cyberpunk came out, I wanted to play it so bad, and then I saw the reviews for like a PlayStation 4, not even a viable option when it came out. Like, it was going to crash. It was like $80, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna do this. And then when I got it, it runs surprisingly well. So much so that I played a lot.
Well, yeah, but now they've had time to work on it, and it's got DLC. And
it's almost like they had 12 years before this.
Yeah, they've had time to make the game good.
Yeah, I think their release was. I know they pushed it back like years and years. So I think at some point you hit a point where the hype and the quality of the game
way too hard.
Yeah, so yeah, you can't be overhyping shit and then expect people.
They pushed it back and overhyped it and pushed it back and overhyped it and pushed it back and overhyped it, and then it came out and it was ass. Like the game itself was great, but like the
you mean like the story,
like,
right?
Yeah. Like what the game was supposed to be, the idea of the game.
The idea was great.
Supposed to be played, fantastic. The actual like game itself and the code behind it, terrible, awful,
dog shit.
Just absolute the worst. I mean, it was bad.
CD Projekt dog shit.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
they got their shit together. But that's kind of been a lot of games over the past couple of years. I'd say over the past decade, there have been a lot of games that have been either overhyped, and when they released, they weren't that great, or big companies have been pushing out titles that aren't finished, but they want the money, so they push them out way sooner than they should be, and it's not a quality game, so they fail.
Did Lord Farquaad text you guys?
Yeah, way earlier.
He's been texting me way too much.
He sent you butt cheek pics.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, he showed you his Farquaad.
He's not showing you his Farquaad?
Oh, I haven't gotten that far. I haven't gotten that far yet. I think I just barely finished the main area. I keep switching between this. Like, I was over there at the far right corner where the horns are. At what kind of... I guess that's a tavern. I was at the tavern, and I was fixing. I was like getting it all fixed up. I was on the scaffolding, and I look over, and the top of the trees weren't clean, and I was like, "Oh god damn it! I have to go back now." And then I apparently just finished the courtyard, and then he texted me butt cheek pics. So it's pretty good.
Hey yo,
Nice.
But he showed me his Farquaad.
sir.
So yeah, what did you want? I guess in the same vein, what did you want Frontiers of Pandora to be? Right, that's what it is. Frontier. Is it Frontiers or Frontier?
I think it's Frontiers. All I wanted it to be was able to play at 60 FPS and use my hardware
Oh, to play it
properly. It just doesn't. It doesn't run
For it
well.
to run.
It makes no sense.
Ah,
Like I'll be at like 30% load on everything, and it's getting 40 frames, and I'm like, but I have frame generation, and I have all these things on that should push it to the 60 FPS, and then sometimes it goes up and it sustains it for like a minute, and so it looks great. The game looks amazing when it's running smooth, and then it'll be like, okay, here you get 28 frames now for zero reason, no matter, even if I put it on low graphics. So it's just not optimized at all. It's disappointing.
oh yeah. Like, I think all the games should run like it did on I know I keep saying it. Backrooms Escape Together was the pinnacle of my gaming experience because I did not know that could happen. I did not know I could look through a fucking camera and it looked like real life the more I zoomed in.
Yeah.
I did not know that, and it is one of my top memories. And I think all games should do that. I think the reason that it was able to do that, and I don't know how, I mean, I'm guessing it's fucking pretty difficult to do it, but to code it is where you get more detail the more that you zoom in on the things. And I'm pretty sure you can just do that with everything. Like, why don't you just have like games that, you know, they look all right. I mean, Red Dead did it, where they turn into like kind of JPEGs at certain points, and then the closer you get, the more the model pops up. I guess it's time consuming is the only thing that I can think of, is like the actual asset itself is, like you said, not able to do that. Like, not if that's what you're saying. I mean, because that game ran so good and I was just blown away.
Yeah. It's kind of like it shouldn't be having issues, especially with my computer, but it's having issues, and no matter what you do with the settings for your computer or the game, it just won't hit 60 FPS. It makes no sense.
Have you heard people, like, you know, what they think, like the theories about what they think is happening? Like, have you looked it up? Because I had to do that with a couple games. I was like, oh, you have to turn off this and this and this.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up yet. I'm sure there's an answer to it, but I just was like kind of
satisfying.
bummed on stream the other day where it worked well when I played it off stream, and I guess maybe I didn't notice that it was having frame issues. When I played it on stream, I just kind of noticed it a little more, and then I tried to play it off stream after, and it was doing the same thing as when I had my stream up. So I don't know, it's one of those things that just doesn't make sense. It's like it's not trying to use any of my hardware and it's struggling to play. So it's like, why is it not?
Oh, you think it's just using your processor, not your graphics card?
No, because like both were at like 20 to 30% utilization, and same with my RAM.
What the fuck?
like-
Where was it going?
I have no clue.
Do you
They weren't even being utilized at all, and the game wasn't running well. It made no sense.
Do you have a second graphics card?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. The only reason I was asking is because Candy and I were trying to play. We were trying to play Destiny 2 a while back. Rip Destiny. It was going to be such a good game. It was so good. It was so good in Destiny 1, and then it just fucking shit itself. But anyways, Candy and I were trying to play Destiny 2, and Destiny, her computer was using the processor and not the graphics card, and so it was running like ass. And then by that point, we just had given up on the game. So, because there's not a lot to do that's free other than like, what is it, multiplayer stuff, and then a couple of story games or story modes, which I guess, but also I hate you because I love the story of Destiny. I love being a space cowboy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I really only played Destiny because of Nathan Fillion, because of Firefly. And Firefly was so good.
Yeah, Firefly was good.
One of those unanimous decisions of the internet where we're like, yeah, it was pretty good. It had so much potential. Some waste. That's the episode. That's the name of the episode today. Wasted potential. So many things. But you know, whatever. None of this matters, anyways. Getting existential on PowerWash Simulator. Gotta love it. Anyways, what's new with the boys?
Not much.
Any?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, cool. So, you too? Okay. You guys, what's your percentage right now?
34.
Nice.
I'm at 26, so I'm going slow.
I'm at 23, so you're beating both of us.
I started a little earlier.
No. Admit it, Vic. You're good at cleaning. I see you.
Maybe.
You're just like, oh man, I can't wait to start cleaning this.
Absolutely not.
That's why you were anxious. You were just like, man.
Yeah, I might be good at it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Secretly loves the game.
Negative.
I'm just gonna be playing Cyberpunk, getting like all the collectibles, and I'm just gonna see Vic now playing PowerWash Simulator at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Just so we have more levels to play for the podcast.
Right. Yep. I mean, it's kind of satisfying. I wish cleaning was this easy all the time. Otherwise, I would probably do it.
I feel that, bro. If I could just power wash my life, that would be amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Power wash my brain so I could fucking finally sleep. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep early today. That was a pretty good stream I had. And nope, 6 a.m. I was up till 6 a.m. And I was like, any moment now.
Have you tried warm milk?
I would rather fucking eat diarrhea than drink warm milk.
It's not that. Why everybody got it out for warm milk? It's not
Because it
bad.
tastes like cheese, okay?
It does not.
It's disgusting.
I'm
Disgusting.
on Vic's side on this one. I like warm milk.
I'm saying it slaps. I used
No.
to drink warm milk a lot as a kid. I I used to drink a lot of milk. As
Now,
a
if
kid,
it's
but, like,
chocolate milk, maybe, because it's hot chocolate.
nah, just regular milk.
Nope, disgusting.
One of my favorite milks is when it's been sitting out for a little while and it's like you pour a glass of milk and you leave it on the counter.
You can
for
really
like an
taste
hour
the
or two,
bacteria
and
starting to grow.
I'm saying it gets room temperature and it's like, oh, it's fucking.
I'm gonna throw up.
I love it.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, you lost me on the room temp milk. I like the warm milk. A little bit of microwave.
I usually lose people on that one, but
Yeah.
I do also like the microwave.
You
like
see
the
who
warm,
you
regular warm milk.
see who you just you agreed with them. Insane.
That's because warm milk slaps.
Right. No. Oh. Nah. Nah, dude. I warm milk, I think, is maybe whenever cattle didn't used to be in like a square foot of property. I think that's when warm milk might have been good, is whenever it wasn't like bleached to all hell. Did you know America is one of the only countries with non-pasteurized like shelf-ready milk? You know that? Most other countries have shelf-stable milk. Did you know that? It's because of our pasteurizing process. I know things sometimes because I was like, why do they have bags of milk in like fucking Germany or something? I don't remember why I looked it up, but I looked it up.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. It's all part of the plan, man. They're trying to get your money. But true, probably. I would not doubt it. Would not doubt it. Like, some of the great. You guys know who Wendigoon is?
Yes.
Yeah, the shit that he covers, I'm like, there's no fucking way this is happening. And then I watch it, I'm like, there's no way that happened. I now have more questions.
Yeah. Some of the stuff he covers, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like the CIA faking a vampire attack in, I think, the Philippines or Malaysia or something. It was either the Philippines or Malaysia. I don't remember. I just remember going, that's wild.
CIA has done some pretty crazy stuff. I think they still are doing some crazy stuff.
All right, well, I'll miss you, Dub.
No doubt about that, brother.
And we never saw him again.
George Bush did 9/11. George Bush did.
No,
No, wait, no, that's your line.
Yeah. That was so funny when we were playing Bone Rooms and the mimic was saying it.
It's just nonstop.
That
It
is
was so good.
That is one of my favorite memories of video gaming. That is a top tier moment. Golden. I wish I could have seen it with you from your guys' eyes. I don't think I ever got it. I think you guys are the only ones to get it, and I haven't. I keep forgetting it exists. It just seems like a fever dream that happened.
Yeah. That game was weird.
I liked it though. I enjoyed it. I just think if it again, wasted potential. It has all the quote unquote bones. Right. It has good bones, but it just doesn't really capitalize on it. Like, it definitely needs more game modes, just like that other game. What was it called? The one that you got the refund on? Don't remember. No. Oh, what was it called? I don't want to look at it because it's less sad. Yeah. No Strangers. That game had potential. It had potential, but it wasn't all there yet.
Yeah.
And, you can't expect everybody to be chill with it. In this economy? I know it was like $5. I get it. I get it, Vic. I get it.
I didn't even say anything.
No, I know. I heard you. I heard you loud and clear in my mind's eye. Oh, I'm just kidding. But
It's not my fault you're poor.
yeah, it's true. It's true. It's George W. fucking Bush's.
There we go again.
You goddamn right.
You're damn right.
You tell him, brother.
I let him borrow a few $1,000s and he never pays me back and he blocks me on all of his calls. Crazy. Goes to show you, don't trust an ex-president. Don't do it. Don't trust an ex, just in general. Don't do it. Don't trust, actually. Don't trust ever. Be wary of anyone. It just gets more and more paranoid the more I redact parts of the sentence.
Just don't.
Just don't. If you were thinking about it, don't. I don't know. If I could ask you guys, what was that thing? What was that thing that you called? We didn't go. Did we go over it? Uzikai? What? Isekai? Isekai. What is it again?
So
I don't remember if we went over it.
It's an anime term, but
okay.
It's when you die and get transported to another world.
Is it called that because of the anime it comes from, or is it just like a Japanese term?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume it's Japanese, but I'm not, like, I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's just the term that has been given for a specific genre of anime that is that, like isekai is.
Oh.
I mean, it may have been a word before the genre of anime, and they just, like, I don't know. I just know that isekai is an anime term for when you die and get reincarnated in another world.
And what would your isekai be? What world? Go.
That's a hard one for me.
It's such a simple question.
It's
just
not. You
tell
don't
me
know what
all
you're
of them.
talking
Tell me
about.
all of them. Tell me all of them. Go.
Well, so, like, I don't know, really any fantasy world I would be okay with, I think, as long as I have the potential to do things like magic is in the world, and or something of that nature, kind of like Skyrim, but a little less. Maybe a little further in the future, but like something to that effect, something fantasy-esque.
Like you want Skyrim with guns?
Not necessarily guns per se.
Like Van Helsing?
Like yeah,
crossbows, like
maybe
steampunky.
To that effect. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a particular era so much as like just certain aspects of the life that we have today versus the life that you would have in Skyrim. Like
interesting.
Plumbing.
Like plumbing. So you're telling me you don't want to shit in a barrel? Is that what you're saying? You're telling me you're better than that?
If I have to, to be able to like potentially use magic and or be a warrior of some kind, a thief, whatever tickles my fancy, I'll take it. I can make that sacrifice. But like, if I get to choose, yeah, something like SOA-ish, something like Sword Art Online-ish, something like what's another isekai. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, I was about to bring that one up.
That's a great one. I love that one.
Is it really
one
called
was-
that time?
Yeah, that time I got
Clocking it.
reincarnated as a slime. Yeah. It might be
That's
the
funny,
time,
dude.
but like it's either way. It's the time. Yeah, the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Small
A lot of
tangent.
isekais start like that.
Small
A
tangent.
lot of isekais start with that time I got reincarnated as.
Something or whatever it is.
Yeah, so and so. You know, I think there's one that's a spider. There's a sword. Like there's a lot of them, but they're also not always like that per se.
Do you remember? Did you ever play Guitar Hero 1?
Yes.
Do you remember the tutorial?
Long time ago.
You remember the tutorial, dude, where he ends each lesson with, yeah, so this one time I was doing this thing with the Rolling Stones, and then this and that, and this happened, and then this guy was pegging me, and then this was, and he just goes off, and then he just kind of trails off, and then you get the success or whatever it used to say. I don't remember. That popped into my brain recently, and every time someone says this one time, that's all I think about now. But that was my small tangent. I was just wondering if you guys remember that, or if you guys
I actually just recently bought a
knew about it.
Guitar Hero replica guitar to play Clone Hero. Very
Dude, I
excited.
want to play. Oh, I do want to play Clone Hero, but I think it would take over my life.
You're broke.
That's
It's like $100 for one of those.
$100
Yeah, Guitar Hero guitars aren't cheap nowadays, brother.
for what? It's just a USB with a fucking. It's basically a Wiimote. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can use the Wiimote version actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So if you have a Wii
Hey,
guitar, Guitar Hero guitar, you can get a certain like downloadable adapter program that will allow you to use it. But if you don't already own one, good luck.
Can you guys help me with something real quick?
Possibly.
How the fuck am I supposed to get you? Do you see the tailor or the barber sign, like the green scissor sign on the right side when you're like loading in? Like if you from the entrance, it's on the right side.
Yeah.
Do you see that? There's spots on the top that I just cannot get to, and the fucking. Am I supposed to just like jump over there, or because I can't put the scaffolding there? How am I supposed to get that?
Use the ladder that's laying on the ground. Pick it up. It leans against that roof.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Oh, wait. Can I? Wait. Hold on. Can I
There's like a ladder.
walk
laying
on the
ground.
room? Oh, you can walk on the roof. I thought it was too steep. Never mind. Continue. Continue with what you were doing. I didn't know that you could
stop what I was doing.
I know you guys completely stopped, pause the game to listen.
The funniest part is like you don't even have to clean the top of that.
I want to. It would bother me.
It'll clean itself if you clean enough of it.
Yeah, but then it feels like cheating. It's like the same thing that I had. It's the same feeling that I get whenever I'm thinking of something and I don't know exactly what it is. And I could Google it, but I want to put myself through mental torture first. And then if that doesn't work, I give up and then I do that. Because I can definitely retrace my steps. It's the same thing. It's the same thing to me. I have problems. I'm going to therapy for it, so. I
don't know that I believe you. Therapy's expensive.
If not unless your health insurance covers it.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. What were we talking about? I got completely thrown off by this fucking roof. Isekai. So yeah, I did it. We did it. We've done it. Dub, thoughts?
Yep.
What would your isekai be?
When I was younger, for the longest time, when I died, I wanted to go to the Fable universe. I love that game.
I fucking knew it. I was like, it's gonna be Fable, isn't it? But also, that game fucking slaps. I wasn't ever able to play it back in the day because, you know, poor. So, I just always went to my friend's house, and Fable was kind of like that game that everybody else had that I could only just like enjoy through them, you know? Like the first ever game I've ever played in my entire life. Or the first, I guess not entire life. I think I played Sonic on the Genesis. Is that the black one? Is that the black console?
I think so.
Yes.
So I played Sonic on the Genesis, but the first cool, like, oh, fuck, games are kind of cool, is I went to a party, right, back in the day, jingle, 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 you know, you guys get it. I went to a party, and it was like, I guess it was like some sort of, I think it was like a quinceañera or like some sort of birthday party or something. There was just a lot of relatives. Not anybody I knew, but it was like I was there with, I think, my parents. This is like a really, you're gonna understand why this is such a blurry memory for me. I remember there being a lot of people. It was a really big house. Like, it was like a John Wick fucking house. Like, there was like a path, and you could go outside. There was like a whole garden area. There was like rooms on rooms. Maybe I was just really small and I didn't understand what was happening. But I walk into this room. They were like, oh, come over here, play this game. So I pick up the controller, and I have a memory of this. Seeing the original black Xbox One controller was godlike, because I've never seen anything like it. First of all, it still was pretty new-ish, because it still had that like plastic industrial like smell to it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it just came factory new, brother. Factory new. And I could hear like the soft pitter patter of, you know, the neurotypicals just enjoying getting drunk or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, because all I could hear was the of Halo 1 loaded up, and I could see the ghosts. They're called ghosts, right? The ones that are like they go through the air. Those are ghosts, or are they phantoms? I don't remember. Do you guys know?
I don't remember. I think they're phantoms.
Yeah,
it's are the little ones.
It's one of them, right? And Banshee. That's what it is. Yeah, it is. It's technically a ghost. Technically. So I remember picking that controller up. The fucking back in the day, if you guys don't know what the Xbox One controller looked like, where the XBYA, is that right? Is it XBYA? Yeah, XBYA. Those used to be like these jelly bean looking ass motherfuckers that were like, they were like kind of translucent, or not translucent, but like clear, right? They look like marbles kind of. And they had a cool like etching. Like, it looked like it was in what is that called whenever glass has that like etching inside of it? It's like a picture. It's called something. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it looks like it's suspended in the glass, whatever the picture is. Whatever that is. That's what it looked like. And I was like, this is heaven. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I cannot tell you, I don't think I got a kill. I think I was just walking around. I was just like, oh, this is sick. And then I would like see people like the little grunts fall off of shit and fall into like the middle of the map. I think it just went into like an endless like void. That was so cool. That experience changed my life forever. Why did I start talking about Halo? I don't remember.
You were talking about the first game you played and the first time you ever like were like, oh man, games are cool.
I don't remember. Because you were talking about Fable, and that's like, I never had Halo. I think at the time I had a Nintendo 64 at the time. Or maybe I didn't. I probably didn't if I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I was about to say, I mean, because then I had an N64. That was my first console as a kid. And like, 007 GoldenEye, Bomberman 64, fucking
tell them.
Donkey Kong. I'm talking like they had it was the business like that. 64 was
it was
where was that
revolutionary.
I'm saying, you know, like, and it had that Mario Kart 64, and when you were playing against fucking I didn't have brothers and sisters at the time, but I just had my cousin. But I'd play against my cousin, and she was a little bit older than me, and she would whoop my ass almost every time.
Every time.
You know, but I loved it. It was phenomenal. Those were the days. Pokemon Stadium, like, oh,
that game was so good,
so good. So I mean, I have very distinct memories of those games, you know, and the N64 growing up, and then I had an Xbox when I got a little bit older and Xbox came out, and I didn't even discover Halo until a little bit later. I think one of my first Xbox games was a Shrek party game.
Oh yeah, let's go. That's sick, dude. I don't think I've ever played that, but I feel like I know what you're talking about. I think
all I remember about it was something about bugs.
Yeah,
there was a lot more
sense.
to it than that, but that's all I remember.
That was the only level
bugs.
You wanted to play. You were just like, I want to play the one with the bugs.
That's all I can remember. That was so long ago.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh man, games like. I think it's. Dude, what do you think? What do you think it's? I feel like having that experience is so nice, but also it kind of sucks having that reference whenever you play like a new game. You're like, oh, this is gonna be fucking broken, and then you have like that game in the back of your mind, like games can be so good. But do you think it's tainted? Do you think some of those games are tainted by nostalgia? Like, do you think that they're not actually? I guess so, yeah. I guess so, because of it's a first time experience. It just can't be beat sometimes.
Yeah, some of those games I love them and I play them again, and I've played them like several times again as an adult. Like Banjo and Kazooie, loved that game as a kid. I can't get into it as much or get that feeling back I had as a kid with it. Though I still like it and still like to play it, you know? So I feel like there's a bit of like, when I think about it, it seems better than when I play it. And I think it's just that memory of it, that nostalgia taints it, like you said.
Yeah, it's the you know, my brother and sister are watching me play and I feel warm and safe or whatever, and you know, you don't have like the existential crisis of the world is burning in the back of your mind. And so yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty understandable that it's less enjoyable. And that's kind of, you know, I guess that comes with the territory of becoming more aware of things, you know? Like, I think I was, when I'm telling you that story about when I tried Halo the first time, I think I was barely cognizant. Like, I don't remember before or after that. I just remember just the game. And I think I had the same experience with the first Medal of Honor. That was cool. That Medal of Honor game was cool. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is so cool. It's war. We're going to war. I wanna shoot a gun. But yeah, God, I love gaming. I love gaming. I think I think the main reason I like games is because I feel it's the same way people love reading books, is because a good game to me can just transport me somewhere else. I'm like, oh man, I'm not procrastinating doing my homework. I'm actually saving the world right now, mother. I don't need your shit right now. I'm doing stuff.
That's funny.
and I think people do really believe that when they're reading a book as well. And I guess other things, but those are the two main things I can think of is a good book and a good video game can just send you to a different world. And with VR, imagine when VR gets Unreal 5 and it's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. It's gonna be fucking wild. Or the VR equivalent of Unreal 5. It's gonna be like HD OLED. It's gonna look like fucking real life, which is a problem.
Sure, VR already uses Unreal,
but the whole thing is like that the resolution isn't like pixel perfect, right? And they're like, you have to spend a lot of money to get that perfect thing, right? Or is it? Am I wrong? Is it basically there already?
Perfect.
Like, you get, like, the closer you walk to something, the more resolution it gives you. Like Unreal 5, where you see more of the texture in the thing as the closer that you get to it.
I mean, I think it depends on what you play, but yeah, that's a thing.
Well, I know it's a thing. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
to be able to afford it is not really that accessible, at least to the general populace. Vic, I think.
I mean, I'm inclined to disagree, but
I mean,
that's just me.
It's true. It's true. It's different strokes for different folks, as they say. When in Rome, as they say.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like you load into VR and you're gonna get the fucking ultra super high def graphics that you would get from a PC without spending, ridiculous amounts of money or being on a PC VR. But it's I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty there, depending on what you're playing.
Yeah, especially if you run it from your PC, and then at that point you're just kind of using your headset as the screens. So Hitman looks great because my computer's running it, and so when I play it in VR, it looks pretty much just as good as regular old Hitman.
And that's attainable to anybody that has a Quest, which is one of the cheapest and most versatile headsets on the market right now.
Which is how much?
The 3S is $299, and I think the 3 by itself is like $400 or $500. Somewhere in that pocket.
And you're saying the quality of the resolution is basically real life? Is that what you're telling me?
No, but it's as high quality as like you see a video game can get already.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, like
you're
if,
not.
if the Backrooms was adapted to be able to play VR, I would get the graphics of the Backrooms game in Unreal 5 from my computer sent to the screens and the
So, like, with
VR.
standalone VR by itself, like, if I were to just put on my Quest 3 and load into a game, and no, I'm not going to get, real life graphics in all likelihood, because that's not what the Quest was made for. But is it still attainable and relatively easily to the populace? Absolutely. Because as long as you can get a computer, but even then, the standalone graphics themselves are still pretty on par. I mean, they're not. It's not like you're downgrading substantially by not playing on a PC. Like, I mean, I've played on both, and I haven't played a lot of PC VR, but I've played enough that, I mean, certain games it doesn't really make that much of a difference if you play on PC or standalone. The graphics are still going to be about the same. But when you're playing beefier games, and I say beefier because I'm sure it's a lot more
Demanding
quality as far as like the graphics go, for like Hitman versus the game that I played a lot here recently, Contractor Showdown Exfil Zone. But Hitman is also a game that was made and crafted and put together long before VR was a thing, and they kind of just moved it over to VR. Whereas like building a game from scratch for VR on VR, I feel like is a little bit different. But I also don't make games, so I don't know for sure. But I know Hitman is supposed to be like a pretty defined game, so to speak, as far as the quality goes. And I don't know. Are we still a long way from like ridiculously crispy VR? I don't know about a long way, but
it's not gonna happen in like 2 or 3 years. Probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, we still got some time, unless there's some major breakthroughs like
with AI
anytime soon. We probably won't make too many advances for a little while, but you never know. You know what I mean? It could be they could be secretly on the next big VR technology that's supposed to make it even better, but they're always dropping new stuff. I mean, they just released the 3S, and so I'm sure they're already working on the 4 or whatever comes after the 4, and it only goes up from there. I don't know at which point it becomes like you're kind of just putting money into it for no reason versus
the diminishing return.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know at what point that is, but I know it's pretty up there, and it's after like. At that point, if you're spending that kind of money on VR, you've either one got it to spend, or two, you've got the setup to match it, because you don't get to that level of VR without it being a PC VR. Like you won't find a standalone that I'm aware of at a high tier VR price. Because if you're paying that much, you're going to want the quality, and for the quality, you're going to need it hooked up to a system of some kind, like that. If I'm paying, thousands of dollars for a VR, I'm going to have it be as quality and as immersive as possible.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like whenever it gets to that point that it's super easily accessible and you don't have to spend millions, trillions of dollars to get to that super crisp, extra tasty VR experience. I mean, there, like you said, there's probably, just good enough, right? There's a point where it's like, this is good enough. This is good enough.
It's good enough that it fools lots of people's brains.
Well, I mean, people could say that about when the first people that were watching the first movie.
Okay, so let me start let me not start, but let me ask you this: have you played VR?
I went to well, yeah, I've played VR. I've played the Sunset Arizona. Is that what it is called?
Yeah, Sunset Arizona.
Sunset Arizona. I've gone to VR events. I've played VR. I went to actually a VR theater before, and it's all right, but it's like, you know, there's definitely improvements that you could do. Like I had the VR theater was pretty cool. It had like, you had like feet stuff going on. They did feet stuff to me.
Hey, yo.
And like,
they put you on a treadmill.
They put me on a treadmill. They put me on they had a haptic vest. They had the works, dude. The backpack, the gloves. It was fucking cool. Did it last a long time? No, but I think that when we get to that point, it's going to be so fucking cool that like it's so accessible, it's so crispy, I can't fucking wait. But
I will the one thing that I have to say about that is get in now.
I clean this. Look at this.
Like if you're really interested in VR and where it's going and where it's going to be, learn it. Like
make VR.
No, I just mean like if
I made my own.
Invest in a 3S. It's worth it, and it's good to get to know VR and the ins and outs of VR now before it takes off more so than it already is, because in like the stages of VR and where it can go and the potential that it has and the potential that we're aware of it having, we're barely in the beginning stages. I mean, like VR is barely in its preteen teen years of existence.
We're in the larva stage.
If we were to equate it to older technology, we're probably at the beginning of the flip phone era of VR. Like we're barely scratching the surface of the potential. We're nowhere near smartphones of VR, and that's wild to me to think about. That we're just now really scratching the surface of what VR can do and where it can go, and it's both a really interesting and also slightly terrifying thought.
What is that? Why is it terrifying?
Well, it just I don't know, the potential of VR and what it can be used for, and like when you get to the point of,
you're thinking super solar training? Is that what you're thinking?
No,
because I'm thinking about that.
Like the collapse of society.
Like Ready Player One. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I mean to that effect, but also at the same time, you know, it comes down to like Gamer, like the movie Gamer. It's not quite VR,
real
but
people.
It's yeah, you know, it's you load into your VR and it takes control of a real person, and the potential of things like that of where VR could go given the capabilities, and like it's a really interesting but also slightly possibly terrifying idea that you unlock certain doors once it comes to, because the next steps in VR outside of making it more quality, like a better quality picture, is making it more immersive. And the only way to make it more immersive at this point is for you to
be there.
Yeah, for you to actually feel it, to actually touch it and taste it and smell it and be immersed in it.
Kiss it, maybe.
That's
maybe kiss it a little.
Maybe kiss it a little bit.
That's a whole nother avenue.
We're talking about the downfall of man. Maybe kiss it a little bit.
Maybe kiss it a little bit. You know, just get a little smooch.
That's 100% where we're going first. That is not the afterthought. That is plan A. That is where we're going first. Have you guys seen that? Hold on, just small tangent. Have you guys seen that robotic mouth that they made that one time? And it just looks like, oh god, it's so fucked. It's so. Anyways, go on with your thought, Nick.
But yeah, I mean, but funny enough, that's the VR that I crave. Like, that's the VR that I dream about and I hope for. I want to be fully immersed, but in order for something like that to even be possible, you would have to be like almost essentially in a medical induced coma, because at that level of like being immersed in something, it's almost like dreaming. Like, it's almost like being asleep. Your body would move on its own in reaction to certain things that you're doing in VR. So like the potential to injure yourself is astronomical at that level if you're awake and or your body can move on its own. So, and that goes into a whole nother, like,
Matrix.
You know, how would that work? Yeah, exactly. You know, and if that were the case, but at the same time, that's with technology as we know it today. You know, when we get to that point of VR, who knows what we'll know? I mean, it's nobody knows, you know. It's the potential is limitless theoretically.
But you're I'm eating more of my fry sandwich. But what you're referring to that thought is basically Murphy's Law, right? If anything can go wrong, it will. Where the possibility of something going wrong, the more and more exploration there is done with VR can happen. So like, especially like take Cybertrucks, for example. When they were doing the I guess not Cybertrucks in general, but like Tesla in general, they were testing the auto drive feature. Somebody died, right? I think because they were using it on a back road or something, like something that's not where it was meant to go, and they were like asleep or something. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's true. Let me fact check myself, but I'm pretty sure that's true. But with any type of exploration, something can more possibilities of more.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The deeper and further you get into something, the higher the probability that something can go wrong.
But the exploration opens the door. It's basically Pandora's box of like, oh, you did it, you fucked up. So there's less want to explore. Let me see. Tesla auto drive death. NHTSA began its autopilot crash investigation in 2021 after receiving 11 reports that Teslas that were using autopilot struck parked emergency vehicles. In documents explaining why the investigation was ended, NHTSA said it's ultimately found 467 crashes involving autopilot, resulting in 54 injuries and 14 deaths, reported by NPR. This was after I guess they ran over a pedestrian or something. So because they were testing out the autopilot, they didn't account for enough human error, you know, where I could see like if we were testing the Matrix part, right? The like if you go to sleep and you go, what the hell am I? How did I get here? Okay, there it is. I was stuck in the tablet. But the what was it saying? The autopilot. Fuck, the tablet threw me off. What was I saying? I don't remember. Fuck. It's getting to be around that time that I start. My brain is going bleh. NPR. Fuck. But you know what I'm talking about. Just the more we explore, the more possibility there is for human error. That's what I was doing. Human error. Let's go. So if you drink and you go to sleep, it becomes harder for you to wake up. You know what? Just in theory, right? It's probably not. That's probably not completely true, but that could be like an experience that happens and then it kills somebody.
Because I mean, I'm sure if it got to that point, there are going to be plenty of people that just put on the headset and never take it off.
Oh yeah,
you know like what I mean? There are people that are going to try to escape their lives to the point of they never leave the headset and it kills them. I have no doubt about that.
There was a game I played recently. Not recently, but I did play it. Observer Redux. There was a part in Observer where you go down into like the basements, and that's where the people that are like living in a shoebox live. And there was like a mission that you had to do. Also, what's up, No Lunch? How's it going? I'm sorry, I was saying hi to dude over here. But you go to the basement, and then there's a mission, and this guy he can't tell reality from fiction, and so his waking what's it called? Hours, I guess, outside of the VR is like, where are we? Help me, I gotta get back to my platoon. And it's just like a video game that he was playing or something, like some sort of program that he put in, and he just can't tell. And I feel like that could happen if we ever get super far.
Absolutely VR psychosis. I mean, I'm sure is what they would call it.
I was Undertale Run or Virus. Oh, nice. Also, I'm so to you, and don't stop blowing up my notification. Yeah, and you don't say, yeah, true. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, dude, I'm excited, but also I get the hesitation. I get the weariness, because a lot of the people that would further the VR like stuff don't have good intentions. They would just want the profit, and I understand that. But I think there could be definitely a lot of good shit you could do.
VR world, like fully immersed. Take my money.
Take my money. Take my soul. I don't want it.
Take it all.
I never wanted any of this. Which is so true.
World.
Real.
Put me in that fantasy world. I want to be
also,
there now.
I woke up less than 10 minutes ago. Well, welcome. Good morning.
That would be so sick.
So basically you would want to be in Fable VR, dub, like realistic VR. I mean, because it's kind of the same thing, right? It's like a whole world. You immerse yourself in a world.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I do, the one thing I do enjoy, I mean, I enjoy a lot of it, but the most fascinating thing I think about, one second. I'm in the middle of a big sugar crash. Interesting. What did you do? The most interesting thing about Cyberpunk is, or one of the things is that the brain dances is basically VR, but you're there experiencing a memory, kind of. And that is such a crazy concept for me, to be able to experience someone's firsthand experience and feeling everything that happened is wild.
Yeah.
That would also be a really interesting whole experience. Yeah, I mean, I just trying to fathom that alone is mind bending. You know what I mean?
I think it could be done though. It's almost so well put. Like the way it's explained, it seems like realistic that it could happen. Like, I mean, all we are flesh bags full of electric pulses and some chemicals, and then boom, done. That's all you need to do. Like, you can make things move with the pulse of electricity to their like actual muscle, and that's all you needed to do. You don't even need to get into their brain. You could just program, like, let's say you have an arm sleeve or something, you have like a gauntlet or whatever on, and something hits your arm in the game. You just hit it with some sort of like shock that programs where you hit it, where it hit you, then boom, done, you're done. And I can think of like many things that all you have to do is Frankenstein them together, and then boom, you got it. But where I'm going with this, I have a point, I swear. Where I was going with it was, if you could experience someone else's memory, what would it be? Like, in that way, you do firsthand experience. I ate yesterday 2 glazed Krispy Kreme donuts, almost an entire bag of Airheads, half a massive. Oh my god! No fucking wonder you're having a.
When he invented LSD.
Dr. Hop. What do you mean? What's the story about that? Like, did he?
He was trying to create a cure for schizophrenia.
Mm.
And in doing so, he created LSD. And tested it on himself.
Oh shit.
And did like an ungodly amount. Like,
did he die, or did he just go crazy?
He was just he didn't even, I mean, from my understanding of the story and all of that jazz, he basically blacked out for 3 days.
He blacked out. Is because I've seen a lot of TikToks. I saw some TikToks about people having shared experience, and I don't know if it's maybe like just a subconscious thing. Is that LSD that they're talking about, or is it something else?
It's probably ayahuasca or DMT.
I don't remember what they were talking about.
That's and it's only a shared experience in the sense that, like, a lot of people who take ayahuasca or DMT see similar things relatively. Usually it's shapes or beings of light, or unknown entities that don't really have a form per se. But it's, I don't know that as far as like shared experiences in the sense of like, I took LSD and you took LSD and we have the same
but almost an entire. Oh my god! But I ate it because
I've never had that experience, and I've never.
Oh, okay. Then
heard
I mean,
of
I
someone
guess that
having
makes
that
sense.
experience of like, we can trip together, but our trips are going to be different. They might be similar because we're in the same environment, we're with each other, we're hanging out, but the way we feel and the way the drug reacts to our system and our body and our mind is going to be different.
Watch Sonic 3. That sounds
Similar
cool.
because we're on the same drug, the same amount, but our body chemistry is different. So it's going to be different for both of us. And that goes with almost any drug, period. You know, so like it's I'm not going to say it's not possible. I'm not going to say it's not a thing that people have experienced before, but from my understanding of how these things work, everyone's experience is different.
Nice.
Period. Because everybody is different, both chemically and mentally. And your mental state has a big effect on things like that, especially like LSD and DMT and mushrooms. Things of that nature are very emotionally and psychically charged, in the sense that, like, if somebody's putting off bad vibes, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna notice it. It's you can read the smallest of gestures in somebody, like micro expressions type shit. I mean,
your friend yapping about just like the human experience of like people trying drugs. I have a specific story about this. Hold on.
You leave your body essentially, but you have to take usually an ungodly amount of LSD to leave your body. And I say usually because, again, everybody's different, but I've never had that experience, and I've done my fair share.
Because he's a government employee, a government spy. He's been trying to take us down this whole time. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You gotta be your enemy to know your enemy.
The reason I was asking, though, was because I saw this. Have you ever heard of this, Dub? Sorry, I know I just yap sometimes. Forget to ask.
Yeah.
You've heard of this? Well, so there was this TikTok, right? And, you know, who knows? Who knows if it's real? Like, it could be just fake. But I think it was actually on YouTube. I saw it on the front page. And the title was like, I saw the same thing as my friend, and like the basic story summarized up is this guy took one of the psychedelic things, right? I don't know what it was. I don't remember. He said that he was hanging out with his friend, and his friend went and he was saying that he doesn't do whatever they were doing again, right? He doesn't do it. He's been off of that for a while. And so his friend didn't tell him anything about it, supposedly, I don't know. But there was, when the new guy was trying it, he said that when he was in whatever experience he was, it's like he was transported to a different reality. And everybody was talking about his friend. Like they were like, "Hey, who are you?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, I know Vic." And they were like, "Oh, Vic, you know Vic? Oh man, I love that guy." And then there was like this big, like, goddess type entity that was like a purple lady or something, and she was like, "Oh, tell Vic we miss him." And whenever he told his friend that, he was baffled because he never told him any of that. Like, that was something that he doesn't really tell people, because, you know, it's like a thing that he experienced, right? So it's not like who would care, right? You know, sometimes like people don't care if they weren't there. So that fucking thing, because I believe in the fourth dimension. I believe that there is a fourth dimension. I feel like it's mathematically impossible that there isn't a fourth dimension. Like, it's more probable that there is a fourth dimension than there isn't one, you know? You know what I mean? Like the same thing with aliens. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, this guy went to the fucking fourth dimension and he was talking to the fourth dimensional dudes. And I thought that was like so interesting. Like, have you guys ever heard of like anything like that?
Yep, DMT.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. I don't remember.
That is a very regular.
What if your friend? If everybody's special, and I also I've never seen your subscribers change ever.
Transported to another plane.
Oh yeah, I think you subscribed at like 400.
Meeting a god or goddess or beings of great power, quote unquote. Yeah, that's a very common DMT thing.
Interesting. But like that, isn't that like so crazy that it's a possibility to, I mean, it's probably like, I want to say it's the human mind, but like there are things that I can't explain scientifically sometimes that I'm like, what? Like, or maybe it has been explained and I just don't, I've never heard of it. Like, have you guys ever heard of the balls of light in like some of the northern parts of the Americas where they float over the lakes? It's like balls of fire.
Yeah.
That shit is wild. That's like some Lord of the Rings shit right there.
The
ball of light is the sun.
Do I think that there are things that we can't explain via science? I mean, obviously there are a lot we can't explain via science, but I think that it's just because we don't have.
Because we stupid right now.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. We don't have the words. We don't have the
technology.
We don't have we don't know it exists. You know what I mean? Like we don't have the proof of it. We don't have. It's not tangible to us, and so it's you know, people don't believe in it, but I believe. Like I think that there are certain ways that, you know, we can. I don't even know how to put it. Reach a higher understanding,
higher state of consciousness.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, and even if it's just like, I feel like there are ways and times that people have maybe met other beings of great power, and if that's the case, you know, it's maybe DMT allows you to unlock a very small portion of the actual, you know, higher consciousness it takes to perceive these beings, and that's why they show up as balls of light or you know, mysterious shapes or just presences of power, is because we only have that small little speck of higher consciousness unlocked to even be able to perceive them, you know, and we don't even have the ability to measure that or study it further or see where it goes, because it's firstly frowned upon.
Lucky the fourth dimension. I do all the time.
They did do experiments with DMT back in
That's what you're
60s.
saying.
Like, they straight up put people in hospital beds and like, all right, we're gonna inject you with this.
MK Ultra. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there were different.
Different psychedelics.
Yeah. This was specifically DMT, and like it was willing test subjects, and but they all came, like when they came to, they had relatively the same experience. You know, they all had very similar experiences, and I think that there are a lot of things that we both can't and don't have the ability to study further.
Isn't that like such a good like cosmic horror start? Like I took too much DMT and now I saw the fucking devil, the real one. And then it has like a red circle on the thumbnail, and it's it's like right here. But like, isn't that like such a crazy? Because we were talking about the Pandora's box sort of, where yeah. But that's just VR. Imagine reality, a reality that no one will believe you exists, and it exists, but no one else does. And I think that's like a special type of hell. Like that's crazy. Like I definitely think that would make me feel crazy if I just saw like this whole different dimension of like people and like creatures, and I just see Cthulhu fucking grittying his ass off.
So, fun fact that I think that will add to your interest a little bit. DMT is also one found in almost every living thing. If it breathes, it produces DMT.
Bye later. Thanks for coming by.
Is one of the main chemicals released in your brain upon death.
I love that we're talking about this while spray painting, while we're cleaning the Shreks, the two locker room Shrek. That's funny.
It's really interesting. It's a really interesting idea that like to think about the possibility of DMT being the
key to unlock everything,
to unlocking the next stage of either plane of existence or a state of consciousness, and the fact that it gets released into your brain upon death, it could possibly be the body's way of releasing, like preparing your consciousness to be with the next plane of existence, and that's the only way that you can get there or even start the journey to get to that higher plane of existence, that higher consciousness. And it's a whole rabbit hole, but a lot of things at that level are. So
do you think it's people don't research it because of that sort of possibility? Like
I think there are a lot of reasons that we don't research it anymore, so to speak. One being a really corrupt government that is much more interested in money than anything else. On top of that, the power of the church at that time, as well as the power of the church now, even still, is to even try to prove the existence of an alternate universe or a different place of existence,
be wild,
or gods outside of any other god, I'm sure was highly frowned upon at that time. And so as soon as things like that, where you're like, we saw deities, we saw higher power beings, it got shut down real fast, and now DMT is the most illegal hallucinogen in the world, which is, I guess I really should just say, I guess it is in the world, but it's really here because there are certain places that it's not illegal. There are tribes in the Amazon that do it ritualistically, like it's a thing, and it's been a thing for a long time. But it's a whole nother, it's a crazy rabbit hole to go down.
I do understand though I understand the scientific part of this, and I really wish I could trust humanity enough to do this, to explore the possible fourth dimension. But goddamn, are they gonna fuck it up? Are are they, because I understand the whole
Banned
ritual
from the fourth dimension as soon as we get there.
on God, dude, they're gonna be like, these guys fucking are idiots. We gotta kill them. These guys gotta go
Get
now.
them the fuck out of here. Back to the third dimension.
Immediately banned. Immediately, like,
downgrade these guys to the first dimension.
they're like,
Yeah, they get so pissed off they come and they just break the third dimension completely.
but can
We're
you
all
not?
2D now.
Well, like, honestly, like, people are gonna take advantage of it, and they're going to not respect the, the fourth dimension, so to speak, or whatever is gonna happen, right? And they're gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be the same. It's Jurassic Park, but with drugs, dude. It's just they didn't think about if they should have, and I understand that. I don't trust the fucking general populace. I think we're all too fucking stupid to do anything about it, and I don't trust the humanity not to get us banned from the fourth dimension. Is all I'm saying. We're gonna be damned to hell. They're gonna like, well, hell. Can you believe that?
They just delete the heaven access.
Yeah. You're
No
banned.
heaven for Earth anymore.
You gotta get whitelisted in our Discord to be able to get in here. Checking if you're banned.
I'm sorry, you can't get Blisscord. They banned it in your country.
Let's fucking Blisscord. Oh my god. That was such a banger. That was a banger joke. Damn. All right, boys. You guys want to call it?
Yeah, I've been not even spraying for a hot minute now. I've just been chit chatting, podcasting.
I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is just for the people that are watching. The people that are listening.
I've been not doing anything for probably like at least 20 minutes now.
I did the whole middle and the right side of
I got to like 51% and then I called it.
Oh, I'm at 50%. Let's go.
I'm at 70%.
Oh my
man.
God. That's
not only did man's catch up, but he just smashed through it.
hell yeah, bro loves smashing.
Hey, yo.
This is true.
Hey, yo.
Yo. Hell yeah. W Shrek podcast, Shrek talk, as they say.
As you say.
Dude.
As you say.
Isn't it funny that we did that? Like, we went from video games to VR to existential fourth dimensional beings and getting banned from the fourth dimension immediately. That's such a funny concept, though.
It is. I've never even like had that thought, and now I'm gonna have to live with that. Like, as soon as we get to the fourth dimension, we're gonna immediately be wild. They're gonna be like, nope.
None of that. Nope. All right, boys. I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro then.
Same. You boys have a good night.
All right, later. Bye.
Later.
Man, those guys are crazy. Wild. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that slightly. Somebody's gonna be like, you're gonna leave it there? You're going to... No, we'll probably play Cyberpunk or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, okay? Where is this? Thank you guys so much for coming by. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Is there a way to... How do I... Oh, I didn't press click in. Second. Is there a way to save this before we start the intro? Hold on. How do I save? Save. Oh. Probably the floppy disk. Some people won't even know what this is other than the save icon. That's crazy. I mean, I barely know what it is, but I know what it is. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's stream. It's quite the W stream today. Bunch of I can't believe like somebody's gonna watch this and be like wanting like very lighthearted banter, and you don't get that with me, okay? I'm sorry, all right? You know, just know that the fourth dimension could be the swamp of Shrek, and that's all you need. Swamp talk. That's what it's called. Oh, this is somebody's gonna be like, well, I can't go to sleep now. That type of existential or like cosmic horror, such an interesting idea. Well, I feel like it might happen. We just get immediately banned from whatever dimension it is. So funny. Bliss talk, or Bliss Court is so fucking funny. Anyways, I'm still eating the fry sandwich, if you're wondering. But gonna leave this one here. Hope you guys all enjoy. We might play something else. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. But gonna leave this one here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I just want to say you know, we don't have any proof of any of this, so, you know, just chalk it up to maybes. Don't look into it. All right, bye.